Hey everyone, Mack Story back with you today for chapter 24 in Blue Collar Leadership. Chapter 24, this is going to be a fun one for me to talk about because I get to talk about somebody who's been influential on my life, who was a great client, who I like as a friend. And chapter 24 is be the first to help. Everyone remembers the first to help, few remember the second. I want to read you a quote by Andy Stanley. Leaders are not always the first to see the need for change, but they are the first to act. And once they move away from the pack, they are positioned to lead. So be the first to help. Remember the chapter previously, think of yourself less. And don't think about your time or what you've got to miss out on in order to help someone else. Be the first to help. And my friend that I want to talk to you about is actually, his name is Greg Williams. And he's a four-time national champion equestrian head coach at Auburn University. I mean, Greg has done amazing things with the equestrian team at Auburn. I actually met him mountain biking, and Rhea and I started a mountain bike chapter. And I started it, I was the founding president, and Rhea was the founding secretary. And Greg joined and got on our board. I got to know him. He ended up hiring me to do some consulting with his staff, and hired Rhea to speak to the actual equestrian team. And I can't remember now, it was 2 or 3 years that I worked with Greg and his coaching staff. But Greg is amazing. And I wrote about him in the book, actually. It's in this Blue Collar Leadership book. And I tell you what's amazing about Greg, and I learned this principle, and I talk about it in the book. I've seen nobody do it better than Greg. Greg is always the first to help. We've had the privilege of being in Greg's home, and we've spent a lot of time with him as a friend. It don't matter. I miss it, and what I'm saying when I say I miss it, something will happen, and Greg is there. Greg is there that fast. He's like got a sixth sense when somebody needs some help. I mean, I'm a helpful person. I like to help people. But I had to think about it consciously most of the time. Oh, you need to go help that person. Go help that person. For me, I have to think about it a little more. I'm not the kind of person who is just like Greg. Sixth sense. It's like a radar going on. 360 degrees. He knows when somebody needs some help. If somebody needs the door open, he's like over there opening it. If somebody drops something, he's over there picking it up. That's huge. So that's a short lesson. But I've got to witness it. I got to see the expert modeler, Mr. Greg Williams, and he's amazing. When I used to go to his office and train his team and his staff, he wanted, not that he wanted to, he always did. He'd walk me a long way from his office to the car. He'd walk me out, talk to me. If it was raining, he wanted to have the umbrella up and carry my backpack with my stuff in it. So be the first to help. It increases your influence. Again, everything being equal. This person always helps, this person don't. Who has more influence? All these things I'm teaching you, tell yourself, ask yourself the question, if everything's equal, but somebody does this, somebody does not do this, which one increases your influence? Asking yourself those questions in that way helps you see the impact of every single little tiny thing you do. And I'm here to try to help you accelerate your growth in your career. And again, you may want to do the job you're doing for the rest of your life. That's outstanding. But I'm sure you'd rather do it with more influence instead of less. You also may want to climb to the top and be the top leader, top manager in your organization. Or you may want to start your own company. Whatever you want to do, it's always better to have more influence. So that's what we're sharing our time together, is to help you understand that. So be the first to help.